Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the lack of content. There's been lots of inclement weather lately, so had lots of delays. But anyways, back to the point. Today we'll be making some Sichuan style braised eggplant. Here are the ingredients we'll be using today. So you can see we have some cilantro, some green onions, Thai bird's eye chilies, ginger, garlic, 4.5 pounds of Chinese eggplant, sugar, cornstarch, doubanjiang, rice vinegar, soy sauce, Shaoxing wine, Qingkang vinegar, and finally some kosher salt. This recipe is from Serious Eats. I'll link the recipe in the description below. Alright, so now we'll start off by putting about a cup of kosher salt in a large bowl. And then to that we'll be adding about 2 quarts of water. Stir to mix. And after that we'll be prepping our eggplant. Now we're going to cut up our eggplant. What we're going to do now is just cut off the top, then cut it into quarters, and throw it into the salt water. It'll end up soaking for about 20 minutes or so. You want the skin side up. So I ended up needing a much larger bowl. What we'll need to do now is add a layer of paper towels on top to keep all of the eggplant submerged. Alright, time to move over to our pickled chilies. We'll be using 6 Thai bird's eye chilies, and we'll be finely slicing them. Definitely be careful handling these things because they're pretty spicy, so just make sure to wash your hands really thoroughly after handling these things. Now we'll be adding 1 cup of boiling rice vinegar into our sliced chilies, and we'll let that sit for about 5 minutes. To season our pickled chilies, in another bowl we'll be adding 3 tablespoons of sugar, 6 tablespoons of Shaoxing wine, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of Qingkang vinegar, and finally 4 teaspoons of cornstarch. You want to stir everything vigorously to make sure there are no lumps from the cornstarch. After that, you pour in the vinegar chili mixture and we'll mix it thoroughly. Alright, and now it's been 5 minutes, so we can add our pickled chilies. And moving on to our green onions, I've sliced the green sections into about 2-inch segments, and for the white parts, we'll just be finely slicing them. For the garlic, we'll just be putting all of our cloves of garlic into a garlic press to mince it. In the end, it should make about 4 tablespoons worth of minced garlic. For our ginger, we'll be peeling and chopping 2 3-inch segments of ginger. After we roughly chop the ginger, we'll be putting it into a mortar and pestle, and you'll just be roughly mashing it up. And now the ginger's ready to go. Now we're just going to roughly chop up 1 bundle of cilantro. For the last part of our prep, we'll be draining our eggplant and then patting it dry between some paper towels. Now it's finally time to stir fry everything. Here's our setup. As you can see, I have my wok here on high heat, a couple tablespoons of canola oil. We have all of our aromatics, our doubanjiang, our green onions, and our pickled chili sauce. To start off with, we're going to throw our eggplant in there, roughly about a third of everything. We'll stir fry that for a few minutes until everything gets nice and slightly charred and slightly softened. Now the eggplant is ready to go. As you can see, slightly charred, starting to soften up. Now we'll just open up a hole in the middle, throw in roughly a third of our ginger and garlic mixture, followed by our sliced green onions, and then finally our green onion segments. Like I said, just a third of everything. Right now, you don't want to crowd the wok. Stir fry that for just a few minutes, just to get that raw bite out of it, and then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. Now it is time to add our dopanjang. Again, 1/3 of it. We'll throw that in there. We'll make sure we mix everything just to ensure that it's spread out evenly, and also that we can fry up a little bit of it and give it some extra flavor. Alright, now it's time to add our pickled chili sauce. Give it a quick stir to get all the sugar and the cornstarch off the bottom of the bowl. We'll pour roughly a third into there. It should take probably about 30 seconds to a minute to get the sauce nice and thick and glossy. If you leave it in too long, it's going to turn into kind of a thick sludge. Definitely don't want that. As you can see, stir frying it here just for a bit, and essentially now it's ready to go. And here is our final product. Just remember to put some freshly chopped cilantro on top and serve it with some steamed jasmine rice. Give it a try, guys. Enjoy.